My Papa's Waltz by Theodore Roethke. The whiskey on your breath could make a small boy dizzy, but I hung on like death. Such waltzing was not easy. We romped until the pans slid from the kitchen shelf. My mother's countenance could not unfrown itself. The hand that held my wrist was battered on one knuckle. At every step you missed, my right ear scraped a buckle. You beat time on my head with a palm caked hard by dirt, then waltzed me off to bed, still clinging to your shirt. Okay, so My Papa's Waltz seems to be more so about a man, a father, we presume, and his son. When it says, lines 1 and 2, the whiskey on your breath could make a small boy dizzy. So we know this man is probably under the influence. He's probably had a little bit to drink. Probably came home from a night at the bar. And he comes home to his son and, decides to dance with his son. And so we go through and we see line 3 and 4, where it says, but I hung on like death. Such waltzing was not easy. So that tells us right there that they are waltzing, dancing, probably through the house. And at some point, they go through the kitchen. And we can tell they go through the kitchen because lines 5 and 6 explain. We romped until the pans slid from the kitchen shelf. So they're dancing throughout everywhere, through, I'm sure, most bedrooms. But where are they dancing to, it seems like? Well, lines 15 and 16, then waltz me off to bed, still clinging to your shirt. So the man is dancing with his son to take his son to bed. Now, is the son probably having fun in this experience? Maybe, but when you're dancing with somebody drunk or not really there, sometimes it seems that it's probably not a very good idea. On line 12, where it says, my right ear scraped a buckle, you can tell there that the son is probably going to have a couple scrapes and bruises maybe when he wakes up from hitting stuff. But when you're under the influence, that seems to happen if you're dancing with somebody. The father, though, seems to be a very hardworking man. On line 10, where it says, was battered on one knuckle. So his knuckles are pretty messed up from, I would assume, working hard. And then line 14, where it says, with the palm caked hard by dirt. So his palms are hard, and so he seems to be a hardworking man, probably most days spent at work, trying to do best for his son and wife. Now, as far as the mother in the picture, lines 7 and 8, my mother's countenance could not unfrown itself. My mother's countenance. So, possibly her mother's emotions toward it. Maybe the mother doesn't really like the drunk and stuff. But, we can't ever really tell. Could not unfrown itself. So, whatever the father was doing couldn't be overlooked. But as we see the last lines, again, 15 and 16, then waltz me off to bed, still clinging to your shirt. This boy seems to still love his father, even after a night of, Lord knows, probably a couple extra scrapes on his ear and everywhere else. But the whole poem itself seems to center around a father dancing with his son while after having a couple drinks of whiskey.